Remember Yelp? This is the place you went to read reviews. You maybe find a good taco spot. You definitely want to avoid that one dry cleaner that has the 1 star. But no, in all seriousness, Yelp is back in the news. They are making a pretty massive move now in the AI space. This could potentially impact a lot of local businesses who are doing digital marketing and SEO, so it's important to take note. Yelp is now letting you book your haircuts, schedule your doctors, even order food delivery directly from inside of their platform. So instead of doing it from a third party like a DoorDash or a Instacart or ZocDoc, you can basically use those similar services, but within Yelp itself. So you can see here, the business search and review platform has rolled out integrations with said providers, letting users book appointments, order food directly from a Yelp listing or through the AI-powered Yelp Assistant. We would like consumers to reconceive Yelp not just as a place where they can read reviews, but as a place where you can actually find answers and complete actions. This is exactly what all of these review sites need to be doing. It's no longer enough to just provide information to people. They can find that information just from a ChatGPT search or a Google search, right? It's going to show you that review rating right away. You're going to get the info you need. You no longer have to go to yelp.com to read reviews. So what they're doing, this is a very smart pivot on their part, is they're making their website much more action oriented. Instead of being more passive with just the reading reviews piece, they're now allowing you to take tangible actions. And this is exactly what you want to do in this age of AEO, SEO, whatever you want to call it, GEO. But you want to show Google and AI LLMs that you're providing actions for people to take. You're providing that endpoint. You're not just providing that information because, again, they can display that information in an AI overview response. The core of this transformation, as we said, is the new Yelp Assistant, quote unquote, which is going to actually have its very own dedicated tab. If you have the Yelp app, it's going to be more than a search bar. It's going to actually be designed to help you with some of those more conversational queries. Now, beyond just answering questions like find a restaurant near me that allows dogs off leash, I don't know, something like that. Instead of just answering those types of questions, Yelp is also making a huge leap into the direct transaction space. So, like I said, they're rolling out these integrations with major service providers. Like if you're a restaurant, DoorDash, of course, is a big one. And you can book directly from DoorDash within the Yelp app when you look up that restaurant. There's also another cool feature called Menu Vision. Now, this actually debuted last October, but it has been constantly improved and enhanced. And so imagine like you're at a restaurant, you pull up the app, you're looking through the menu. Menu Vision can help you identify the dishes and maybe the pop-up photos of some of the popular items there. And it can even link you to reviews specifically mentioning those dishes. So let's say you're looking through and you see, oh, this pasta dish is interesting. Let me read more about it. Well, you use Menu Vision and it'll show you all the kind of relevant reviews. And so maybe the pasta dish there isn't their greatest thing. You'll see the reviews, you'll be like, I'm going to shy away from that one. So it's almost like having that friend who has been to this restaurant before, showing you the way there, and telling you based on their experiences. You can now do that much more easily than before. So of course, this move by Yelp, it's a significant shift, but it's one that they really had to do, right, to remain relevant, because you're gonna lose that informational traffic. People aren't landing on websites for those informational searches anymore. They can get those answers resolved in AI overviews and ChatGPT. So what this does is it allows people to take an action and receive that endpoint on Yelp. Now, if you're a local business, this is a huge development that you really need to pay attention to. First, I think it presents a solid opportunity for increased visibility and direct customer acquisition. If your business is integrated with one of these booking partners, especially, and if your Yelp profile is full of detailed information, you have some positive reviews, you could benefit from this quite significantly, right? But that's really the key, is making sure that your Yelp profile is fully optimized, similar to how you'd advise a Google business profile would be optimized. And then make sure that you are actively gathering reviews on your Yelp, because it's going to factor those reviews in when people are looking up menu items and looking up other information like that. So make sure that everything's up to date and that you're active on there. AI will be pulling from those details, and they're going to favor the businesses who have more accurate and up-to-date information. Recency is very important in the AI space and the LLM space. So when I say actively managing it, of course you want to be encouraging reviews, But you also want to be responding to those reviews, right? Even negative ones. Nothing wrong with getting a negative review. Everyone does. But you don't just want to let it sit there. You want to address it and get out in front of a potential issue that could cost you down the road. You also want to keep your hours and your services and your menus up to date. Make sure you have fresh images on your profile and encourage customers to share their experiences. For businesses that aren't integrated or they don't have strong Yelp presence, you want to try to get to where you need to be, right? You want to try to get better reviews. If you're kind of hovering at like a 3.9 or a 2.9 or like something that's just off of kind of that next rating level that you should at least be at, then yeah, you want to try to improve that, of course. Now, this could set a precedent for how other platforms integrate AI. It could demonstrate that user trust can be built by showing why an AI recommendation is made, rather than just delivering that sort of black box answer, right? So it's also a powerful response on the competitive pressure for new AI search engines and social media, showing that established players can leverage their unique data sets. And in Yelp's case, they got hundreds of millions of user reviews. And so using those reviews as an AI mechanism is very smart on their end. So there you have it. Yelp is no longer just a review site. It's transforming the whole AI-powered local services space, and it's trying to at least become a hub in that space, which I think is a smart move. Let me know what you think. Till next time, this is Brian with AI News. We'll see you.